companies, what is happening? The pool boys are back, and I am back on the beach, loving life. Ethan, where the hell are you, and what are you wearing?
Okay, this is Survivor, right? Well, I am out here surviving and blending into my backgrounds to make sure I can last on this island or forest for as long as I can, I guess. So yeah, I'm just blending into my surroundings. I'm just like a chameleon, you know? That's how you survive out here, Kemper. Duh.
Listen, I do respect you for keeping on your buff and your pool boy shirt underneath the camo. I respect that. And I guess ultimately that is a survival tactic as well, so I'll let it pass. I'm just sipping margaritas down here on the beach, so I guess we're living two different lives currently. But anyway, we've got a pool to cover here, and there was some happenings going on this week. So why don't you hit us off with some first.
The way they're playing, it's showtime as Montgomery gets into the secondary. He's inside the 40. He's got a blocker up ahead. David Montgomery's going the distance. Showtime for the Lions.
Browns with touchdowns on their last two possessions.
Deflected, picked off, and taken back by Newsome.
Underneath they go again, getting close, breaking free. Brown breaking free. Brown to the 20, bulldozing down there. They couldn't bring him down. 5 seconds to go. To take a lead with 5 seconds to go. Off the practice squad for the lead.
Yes, sir. Well, first off, we had the Bengals versus the Texans, and everyone thought, the Bengals are hot. The Texans are a young upstart, but holy crap, CJ Stroud is the guy. He is this rookie of the year, having a spectacular season, mounts that comeback again, and upsets the Bengals in Cincinnati. My gosh, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
It is fun to watch, man. What a stud. This dude is balling out of control. I love it. Speaking of not balling out of control, how about your Patriots? Always love to highlight them. Did you see the end of this game? It was a Bailey Zappi, who Mac Jones got pulled for throwing a pick. Bailey Zappi comes in, energizes the team. They're moving down the field. They got to spike the ball. There's like 30 seconds left. He fake spikes it, pulls it back up, and then throws it directly to
Four Colts.
It was terrible.
It was 4 Colts.
4 Colts. If he could have lofted it over the top, he probably could have had his guy, but just terrible. I mean, it was like gutsy, and you're like, oh, this is fun.
No.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's why they don't start him.
This iteration of the Patriots is not fun, so that should never be uttered in the same sentence. It was gross. You see Belichick's face. He's like, ugh. So anyway,
what am I supposed to do here?
Gross. But on a more fun side, these Lions are America's team this year. They are fun to watch. Dan Campbell, just an Energizer bunny. He'll bite kneecaps. It doesn't matter. But they win in a shootout against the Chargers. Basically a home game for the Lions because those fans are traveling well. So give it up to your second-seeded Lions. Basically second best record in the NFL. Watch out.
Look out for the Lions. All right, and finally, Monday Night Football. Who didn't see this? The Broncos, like 9.5-point underdogs against the Bills in Buffalo. They're charging down the field. They have to hurry off the field because they don't have any timeouts to kick a field goal. They kick the field goal, and they miss it for the win. But there's a penalty. The Bills had 12 men on the field. The Broncos get another kick, and as time expires, they crush the Bills on Monday Night Football and do a little bit of damage in this pool as well.
The Bills definitely just pulled the Broncos, so I guess it was full circle, maybe?
Yeah.
So those are your storylines. Pretty ridiculous. What it is by now, it is our Staying Alive. That's right. And this week, we had some carnage, so it's not as many people staying alive, but let's get to the positivity, shall we? So, picking the Cowboys, we had Ken Bailey, Matt Sink, Scott Steenwick, Sweet Rin, and the Jeffer, all staying alive. And then picking those mighty Lions, Big B, giving them up for the hometown team, staying alive. And then going on, we had 2 guys going on a branch here, kind of going on a limb. Dylan picked the Bears. That's right, the Bears to win. They did, staying alive. And then Nath went with the Colts. So I guess he thought, they're playing the Patriots, they're garbage in Germany. Let's go with the Colts. Well, guess what? Paid off, staying alive.
That's how you gotta do it, man. Picking the Bears. What a gutsy call. This is the week to do it, obviously, against the Panthers. But, man, that's a huge win for Dylan. let's take a look and get an update on Redemption Island. So, all 3 of the folks remaining on Redemption Island, Sweet Ren, Dylan, and Jeffer, they now have 3 wins in a row. One more, they're back on the main island, and it's anybody's ball game. As we've said before, you make it back and you can win. If you don't make it back, you can't win. So, look out for the folks on the main island, and those folks are Ken Bailey, Nath, Big B, Scott Steenwick, and Matt Sink. That's right, there are only 8 people remaining in this pool.
Wow.
We told you it was going to go fast. Here's what you get.
What you get? Wild. So we got the Redemption Island, we got the main island. It's coming down to the wire. Love to see it. Okay, so last week in our video, we talked about some alliances that we started to see form. So we think it was time for a little alliance update. So if you remember, Kyle Siegert and Nath had the same 3 picks for the first 2 weeks. Well, guess what happened this week?
I've made a lot of mistakes in the past couple days, and I know that actions do speak louder than words. I want to give individual immunity to Natalie.
Nath betrayed Kyle and did not follow suit. Kyle went with the Bills, and Nath, who did Nath go with? That's right, he went with the Colts. So he betrayed Kyle, and I think it worked out better. Alliance update.
You're crazy. You officially go down as the dumbest survivor ever in the history of Survivor ever.
Kyle, sorry for your luck, but Nath, smart playing. And then our other alliance, we had Katie Mitchell and Thomas Starks. You know, they too had the same 3 picks the last 3 weeks, and they stuck together this week. They said, you know what? We're gonna ride to the end. We'll be the final 2. We're gonna talk to the jury, and they went with the same pick, and they picked the Bengals. But we love to see that they did go down in the ship together. They crashed and burned, but the alliance held strong. So there's your alliance update, my friend. Alliance update.
Yeah, Nath says, hey, I got a great idea, Kyle, for our alliance this week. How about you pick the Bills and I'll pick the Bills? And then when they win, we'll both survive. Actually, I'm not taking the Bills. I'm going to go with the Colts. And Kyle's gone, oh, wow, what happened, Kyle? Look out. Karma's coming for you, Nath. Look out.
I hope, I hope Kyle goes on that epic rant just like in season 1 of Survivor with like the rat and the snake. Watch out, Nath. Here comes
that was a long rant. You made me watch that one time. It was like 14 minutes of a story. Remember, I was like, this person has issues. Anyway, let's talk about the jury and tribal council. They tried to 5 people this week. That's right, we told you it would start whittling down. Team choices are getting smaller and smaller. So, on the Bengals side, we already talked about Thomas Starks and Katie Mitchell. They gone. Honey Badger, gone with them. Good day, extinguish your flame, snuff it out. It's been real. And the Bills, we mentioned Kyle Siegert. He's not alone. Marcia, U of M fan, decided to jump on his team. Didn't work out for either of them. The Bills, Monday night loss. Good day, snuff it out. Your time on the island is over. It's been real.
It has been real. Those 5 voted off the island for the last time. We said, you know what? That's what we said. After week 8, you get 1 more loss, you're done. And that's what happened. You know, U of M fan, Kyle Siegert, they had only 1 loss earlier on. But it doesn't matter. Island is not forgiving. The Island gods are still a little bit upset about the whole immunity snafu. Mm-hmm. We'll discuss, and we'll see if that comes back. As of right now, it's not. So, only 8 survivors left. What is going to happen? We can't wait to see what happens next. Most importantly, make your picks, check those alliances, check those matchups, and until next time, the Pool Boys are